Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch. Hidden beneath the dusty expanse of Utah's Uinta Basin, Blind Frog Ranch has always been a place wrapped in mystery, folklore, and gold, sometimes literally. Since Discovery Channel's Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch first aired, viewers have been enthralled by the oilingers' relentless pursuit of buried treasure, supposed Aztec gold, and even whispers of alien technology. But as the seasons rolled on, another question began to take shape. Beyond its supernatural legends and glimmers of gold, could the ranch itself, the very land, be worth a fortune? From the outside, Blind Frog Ranch might appear as just another rugged, remote property in Utah's vast desert. But the more you dig, literally or financially, the more you realize this parcel is unlike any other. The 160-acre spread sits not far from the infamous Skinwalker Ranch, and its proximity alone has turned it into one of the most mysterious and potentially valuable private lots in the region. Real estate experts have quietly begun whispering about the potential market value of Blind Frog Ranch. While typical land in that area might range from $1,500 to $5,000 an acre, the show's fame, mineral rights, and tourism potential change everything. A conservative estimate places the property's worth in the multi-million-dollar range, especially if even a fraction of the supposed gold deposits or ancient relics are ever authenticated. To understand the worth of Blind Frog Ranch, one has to understand what it sits on. Beneath the surface lies a complex web of caverns, fissures, and flooded tunnels that have defied exploration. Duane Ollinger, the ranch's owner and the show's central figure, has repeatedly described the underground system as alive, shifting, unpredictable, and teeming with secrets. Geologists speculate that these natural tunnels could have been carved by ancient water flow or seismic shifts, creating chambers that might hold mineral deposits or even historical artifacts. In Season 3, the crew uncovered strange wooden boxes sealed in a flooded cavern, possibly dating back centuries. If their contents were indeed gold or ancient artifacts of Aztec or Spanish origin, that alone could skyrocket the land's value beyond any standard appraisal. But even without confirmed treasure, the geological uniqueness of the ranch could make it a hotspot for scientific research. Universities and private exploration firms would pay handsomely for access to a site that combines unexplained magnetic anomalies, rumored hidden tunnels, and uncharted geological features. Then there's what fans call the mystery premium. In real estate terms, that's the added value that comes from pop culture, history, or notoriety. It's why properties linked to famous movies, legends, or ghost stories often sell for double or triple the going rate. Blind Frog Ranch, thanks to its television fame, has become a brand in itself, a living, breathing part of the Discovery Channel mythos. Tourism analysts suggest that, if developed even modestly, the ranch could become a lucrative destination. Imagine guided tours through safe portions of the tunnels, a visitor center documenting the investigations, or even a glamping site for paranormal enthusiasts. Mystery tourism has become a thriving industry, and Blind Frog Ranch could easily rival sites like Roswell or Area 51 in Olio. The Ollingers have been reluctant to open the ranch to tourists, preferring to keep their search private and focused. But that exclusivity only heightens its mystique and its market worth. If ever placed on the market, Blind Frog Ranch could attract offers not just from private collectors or treasure hunters, but from production companies, universities, and even speculative investors. Has always been the story's heartbeat. From the start, Duane and his son Chad have believed that buried riches lie hidden under their property. Possibly remnants of the famed Lost Roads mine or Aztec treasure caches rumored to have been buried in Utah centuries ago. While the show has yet to confirm a massive gold discovery, small hints, like gold flakes found in underground boxes and unusual radiation readings, suggest there might be more than folklore at play. If geological surveys were to confirm even moderate quantities of precious metals, Blind Frog Ranch could transform from a curiosity into a mining asset. According to mineral appraisal standards, even a modest gold vein could multiply a property's value by tenfold. In that sense, Duane's ongoing excavations might not just be for history or fame, they could be quietly building a generational fortune. You can't talk about Blind Frog Ranch without mentioning its notorious neighbor. Skinwalker Ranch, located less than 20 miles away, is often dubbed the most paranormal property in America. Reports of UFOs, strange lights, and interdimensional portals have made it a media sensation. That fame has had a direct ripple effect on nearby properties, including Blind Frog Ranch. Investors in Utah real estate have begun snapping up parcels in the Uinta Basin, hoping to capitalize on the paranormal tourism boom. As demand grows, so does the price per acre. For Blind Frog Ranch, already a household name thanks to discovery, that's a recipe for skyrocketing valuation. Analysts estimate that if both the mystery narrative and the tourism market continue growing, the land could be worth anywhere from $10 to $20 million within a few years, far beyond what traditional appraisals would suggest. And with both properties now being featured heavily in documentaries, online forums, and pop culture discussions, the area's mythology has become its economy. In many ways, the real treasure of Blind Frog Ranch might not lie underground, it's the audience. The show has drawn millions of viewers worldwide, turning the Ollingers into reluctant celebrities and their land into a cultural phenomenon. That kind of exposure translates directly into financial potential. Every episode filmed there adds intangible value. Drone footage showcasing its vast beauty, its eerie glow under the Utah sun, and the near-mystical atmosphere of its underground chambers. If the Ollingers ever decided to lease filming rights to other networks, or expand the Blind Frog brand into documentaries, podcasts, or merchandise, they could easily monetize their mystique for decades. Part of what makes Blind Frog Ranch so fascinating is that science and speculation constantly collide there. On one hand, you have Duane's determination to unearth tangible treasure. On the other, you have physicists and geologists scratching their heads at anomalies that defy explanation. In Season 4, magnetic readings went haywire near the ranch's water tunnels, suggesting possible metallic concentrations, or something stranger. Skeptics admit that such anomalies make the land scientifically valuable. Research grants, environmental studies, and technology firms interested in subsurface mapping could all see Blind Frog Ranch as a potential test site. Just as universities rent out archaeological dig sites, Duane could one day rent out access to the underground caverns, turning curiosity into cash flow. For Duane Ollinger, though, Blind Frog Ranch is far more than a financial asset. He's often described it as a calling, a place that drew him in with both promise and peril. After buying the property, he poured in millions of his own money, drilling, diving, and documenting every discovery. What started as an investment quickly became a legacy project, one that his family, particularly his son Chad, seems destined to continue. That emotional connection complicates the question of value. To the Ollingers, the ranch's worth isn't just in its minerals or fame, it's in its story. Every mysterious finding, every near disaster, every sleepless night in the desert adds another layer to its legend. If the day ever came when they sold the property, it wouldn't just be land changing hands, it would be history itself. As mystery at Blind Frog Ranch continues to evolve, so does the narrative of its worth. Fans are split between those who believe the gold is still buried deep, and those who think the true prize has already been found. Fame, fascination, and fortune from the show's success. Real estate developers quietly monitor the situation, wondering if a tourist lodge or adventure park could one day be built nearby. Meanwhile, die-hard believers hold onto the idea that there's still a massive catch waiting to be unearthed beneath the watery caverns. If that day ever comes, if gold bars or ancient relics see daylight, then the property's value would soar beyond imagination. But perhaps that's the genius of Blind Frog Ranch. Its value doesn't depend on a single discovery. It thrives on the unknown. Every unanswered question, every unexplored tunnel, and every shadowy rumor adds another zero to its hypothetical price tag. At its core, Blind Frog Ranch represents something rare, a modern myth unfolding in real time. It's where financial speculation meets supernatural storytelling, where geology meets legend, and where the act of searching has become more valuable than the find itself. In the end, the lot's worth may not be measured in gold ounces or real estate appraisals, but in intrigue, the kind that keeps viewers glued to their screens and explorers heading west. If mystery were a currency, Blind Frog Ranch would already be the richest land in America. So, whether or not Duane Ollinger ever unearths his golden prize, one thing is certain: the land beneath his boots is already worth quite a bit of money, and maybe even more than he ever dreamed.